All right. So if you want to, you don't have to, but I do. I kill the fractions when I can. You don't have to, but it would make it look a lot better if I did. What should I do first, though, if I want to kill those fractions?
On the common denominator.
Yeah, make them all have the same LCD. It makes it actually makes it easier for later. And why am I allowed to kill the denominators? Why am I allowed to here? Because it's an equation. It's got two sides that'll balance out. If that wasn't there, you would have to get LCD and just combine them. You couldn't kill it. Here there's another side that balances me out. So, of course, the LCD is going to be what? 30. I love it. They can all become 30. So this I multiply by?
10.
10.
2.
2? 3. So then I get 20 over 30x minus 8 over 30x equals 21 over 30. And now since I made all the bottoms the same, if I multiply by 30, both sides, you guys see what that happens? I multiply both sides with 30, so all the divisions by 30 cancel. There's no 30 left alive to make that 600. Good Lord, don't do that to yourself. The reason you put it there so it dies immediately, it's dead. So now I get, what do I get? 20x minus 8x. 21. And that looks really nice. Now some of you guys might just put these together because they're already like terms as far as x is concerned, and then you can multiply by the reciprocal. There's a lot of different ways to solve this.
For x, you forgot the variable behind 20.
Oh, good. So there's my, I knew there's a mistake on here somewhere. Which one was this? 4G. Oh yeah, there it is, 4G. Oh yeah, I left my x off. Good, okay, go. So then the right answer is going to be, well, what's the next step here?
12 21.
Divide by 12. X equals, if you give me that, you're going to lose something. Because what can you do there?
3.
Yeah, divide by 3, so you get.
7.
Good. So that should be the answer. So on my 4G, I got negative 1a, just cross through that. So you're right, I left the x off of there. Cool. Just proof that I'm human.
Just explain the 30. How you, yeah, exactly. How you
all right. So, let me really detail that real quick. So in that step, I'm here. Now, I can multiply both sides of an equation by any damn thing I want to. I can multiply both by square root of pi if I wanted to. I don't want to. The only thing I cannot multiply both sides by is what? Right. 0. I can't, because then every equation would be 0 equals 0. We'd still be living in caves and all kind of shit. All right. So I can multiply both sides. I'm going to multiply both sides by 30. So I'll multiply that side by 30 and I'll multiply that side by 30. But then what do I do with the 30 on this side? Distribute it, right? So then what I just do is I just go ahead and write 30 next to each piece. 30 there, 30 there, 30 there. Right, so each term is going to get a 30 because I would distribute it if there was more than one term. I like it. And then you just 30 on top, 30 on the bottom, 30 on top, 30 on the bottom, 30 on top, 30 on the bottom. And that's how we got to this stuff here. All right. It'd be better than me. Don't forget that poor dude. Now real quick, just to show you guys, because some of you guys do this a little bit differently and you might be worried that I'm not going to accept this. But, and the reason I show you this way is because when we start having x minus 7 and x plus 3 on the bottom, this way will be so much easier, or actually will be doable, will be possible in the first place. So that's why I want to show you this way. This is going to help us later. Now you could totally, right now, the LCD is 30. I could just go ahead and multiply by 30 right now. So if you're doing this, you're fine. There's nothing wrong with this. It's just people have trouble with this sometimes, keeping track of what's where. So what happens here? 3 goes into 30? 10 times. 10 times 2. So I still get 20x, right? 15 goes into 30 twice. 2 times 4, 8. 10 goes into 30, 3 times 7. So I still get the same, of course I do. But the reason I did this weirdness is because it's going to help us out later. I want you to get used to it now. Cool. Does anything else look like it might be? Hopefully I didn't make any more mistakes. You never know.
Number 3E.
3E? Oh yeah, good. I guess a little bit of time. 3E just says this here. If you need to ask me, you know, it's kind of unfortunate we picked that symbol to be multiplication because then people treat it like it's 3.2, but hopefully it's very obvious that's up here in the middle, so that's time. So if you ever are curious, you just come up and ask me, is that a 3.2 or a 3 times 2? And I'll tell you it's 3 times 2. You can totally ask me that, that's fine. I'm the only person in the room who can ask anything, right? So come and ask me whatever the hell you want to. I'll answer some of it. How many operations are in there? And there's 2 operations, right? There's multiplication and subtraction. Which one do I do first? You multiply first, yeah. So then 3 times 2 is 6.
I thought it's 3.2.
Oh, okay. So then you can just ask me, but hopefully it's when the dot's up in the middle, that's 3 times 2. Cool. Because if I put parentheses, people get really freaked out. Because I can write that, I can write this the same thing, but then people overthink this. Because then it's not really parentheses, this just means times. So if someone, there's no way around it, and I can't call it x again because we've already said that's not times anymore. Okay. So, you know, math has the same problems as any language does. Every language has problems. Right? If English is your second language, you know that English is one of the ones that has the most freaking problems in the world. It's the freakiest freaking language, right? It is. If you grew up in it, you don't even realize that. Like me, what am I talking about? So it's the same thing. Anything else from the practice test? Or yeah. Oh, okay.
Try to figure out how you got that. Okay.
All right, well, let's do it, and then we'll see if I did it right. So 8b. I want to solve for m. There's actually 2 ways to do that, and I probably did it the way that most students do it. Hopefully I did. Yes. Okay. Oh, and then I kind of jumped ahead because I didn't have much room. So most students would distribute this, and that of course makes sense because you're used to doing that to solve equations. And I have to distribute because my m is stuck in here. Now I'm seeing a few too many people do stuff like this. Why can I not do that? That's not even a 2. That's not a 2. That's where people are worried about me. But that's a whatever the hell that is, right? I can't break into a distribution problem and take something out of that. I can't do that. Don't. So I'll distribute. What do you get when you distribute? 3y m minus 6y. How's that? And where's my m? Which term is my m in? This one. So I want to get rid of the other dude. Right? I want to get this term by itself and I want to kill him.
No.
Good. I like it. So what do I do to kill him?
Minus.
Add 6y. What's a plus 6y? Kick ass. Don't feel like you're not doing enough work here. I get people that say it's 6ya. But if I write 6ya What operation is it now? How the hell did addition become multiplication? So I think people do that because you feel like you didn't do enough. But when you only have letters, there's only so much you can do.
Can you simplify the 6y over 3y?
Oh, there is no 3y there. There's no 3y up there. There's a 3ym and a 6y. So are these like terms? No. So here I got 3 whats? Yms. And here I got 6 y's. So I can't combine them. What does like terms mean? It means the same variables and the same amount of each variable. This one doesn't have an m, so you can't put those together. Is that what you meant?
No, at the end result it says a plus 6y over 3y. Like, simplify the 6y.
Oh, I see. Okay, let's get there. And then ask that question again. I'm sorry. So on this side, what do I have left? Bam. 3ym. And then what's the last step? What do I not want there?
Divide by 3y.
Good. I don't want the 3y. I want the m by itself. So yes, so here's one answer. One answer is this. But another way to write this is, now be careful, you can't say a plus 2. Do you see where the 2 would come from? You can't say a plus 2 because how did the a not get divided? They're both being divided. So this is fine. You can stop there. Or a over 3y plus 6y over 3y. So you get m equals a over 3y plus 2. Either way, it's the same thing. So you can stop right there if you want to. Or you could right here, you could have divided each one by 3y and then got there. That's cool. So sometimes if you check your answer in the back of the book, and you all should be doing that, don't copy, check. In the back of the book, all the odd answers are back there. Sometimes they'll have it in one form and you have it in another form. You're like, am I wrong? No, there's just many different forms for the answer. Okay. Real quick, before I forget, what's due tomorrow? Homework up through what? 2.5. And also what's due tomorrow? Quiz corrections if you haven't turned them in. If you give any of that to me after tomorrow, they're late. You won't get as many points as you would have. But you'll get something. Yes. Yes. What's your name? Henderson? Anybody else not get their quiz back?
Everything from chapter 1 reading.
Oh, no. If it's not on the homework sheet, you don't have to do it. You can do it for extra practice. Yeah.